on, baby boy, baby girl? Welcome back. Glad you made it. It's another social production. Wednesday, March 30th, baby. March is coming to an end. It's 2022, of course. We're flying today. We are flying today. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all safe and sound. Hope everybody's doing well wherever you're at. We're going to be mellow today. We're gonna take it easy. We're gonna relax. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna talk. We're gonna share, as we always do. We'll see where it takes us. Buckle up. You know what? For today, no seat belts for you. Just take them off. Let loose. Open the door if you want a little bit. You know, just relax. You do you. Feeling good. Feeling good. I went to a comedy show last night. That's right. Hit up a local spot. Found my peoples. It was really nice. You know, I had to talk myself into I've been talking myself into getting ready and but this was one of those little tiny baby steps, and yeah. Just taking those that's all I can do. That's, and enjoying the ride. And I had to remind myself why I got into this, why I want to pursue this. And, for those of you who've been with me, love comedy. If you're just joining us today, love comedy. Want to pursue comedy, and that's what it is. And before anything, I'm a fan of the artwork. I'm a fan of comedy. So I had to just put myself in a position of, okay, we are starting from the, ground level, underground, coming up from the underground. And for me, this was probably my first time that I can't recall any other time. So it was my first time going to a comedy club, and this is so nice just to see people outside, everybody, beautiful people coming everywhere, It feels like we're getting back to little by little. Norms are coming back. It's nice. Feels good. Everybody came from all over the place. Designated area. I saw probably around 8 or 9 spots. All of them were, I'll tell you this. So many things that I took away from last night, and I'm really appreciative of everybody going out there and doing their thing. Like I said, I think I saw about maybe 8 or 9 people perform. They all got laughs. They all did really great job. Like, for the most part, they did a great job. Fantastic. I was smiling, I was laughing. Same with the crowd was good. The crowd was really good, actually. The whole vibe was really good. Not to, I don't want to that's the thing, but before going there and I had to mentally, just going through the process, I'm going there with the intention of okay, the next step following after that would be to you've checked out the place, now you're going to want to go up. And then you got to figure those other mini steps between that, and then we'll get to, but before all of that, I just wanted to be there as a spectator, a fan of the art, fan of the craft, if you will, and show support for my fellow comedians out there. And it felt great. It felt, man, I'm not joking, dude. It felt really nice, ladies, because what I saw last night gave me a lot of hope and a lot of reassurance that there are a lot of great people doing amazing, wonderful things everywhere. And it feels like I kind of felt like, I don't know, wasn't born in a religious household. I've never attended a church or a synagogue or a mosque or anything like that. So for me, it was just felt like, a place where everybody's coming together, and it's under the umbrella of comedy. And that felt like and everybody else's, whoever was there, felt like our little you know, place of worship, if you want to call it that, but it's different yet the same, samesies, different but samesies. But it was great because I got to see, like I said, 8 or 9 people, and gave me hope in a sense, because I felt like I was looking at the performers, the crowd. It felt like, man, how do I put this? A lot of emotions. It just touched a lot. I couldn't sleep last night, I'll tell you that. I was tossing and turning, could not sleep because, you know, excited, happy, just thinking thoughts. But what was I trying to say, man? Peepsies. Really great Peepsies. Oh. Felt like there are, and I say this with love because I feel a little bit like, you know, how do I put this so that it makes sense? Felt like how do I put, man, I'm like, you know, you go to, you know, if you're an athlete, you go to a, whatever the sport is, you go to that environment and there are like-minded individuals, and, you know, that's, and then you go to, you know, you go to a school and there's a program and then there's like-minded people there. You go to your workplace and there's, and it just felt like, but it gave me, what I'm trying to say is that it kind of blew my expectations out of the water, like out of the park, out of the range, because yeah, for the past year and a half, I've been thinking about this, I've been doing this, I've been, you know, been watching comedy for years, more so with a different intent over the past year and a half up until now, and it just like, man, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say is that here's what I'm trying to say. It feels good to be in a place where there are other wild people. That's what I'm trying to say. And in the best possible way. There are great, amazing, wild people here in Toronto, and it just, like I said, it just touched, oh, when y'all are up there doing it, you were just, oh, all you, everyone. It was, yeah, it was an emotional thing. I was happy, I was excited for Toronto, for Canada, and different spots that happened. But it just, like, it was one of those moments where I'm like, man, this could definitely be a thing. This could definitely be a thing. And I think we're, again, taking those, I am in my own way. Again, it was just nice to see other people doing the deed, baby. Doing the, just putting in the work. It was really nice. And they were awesome. Most of them had great sets. And again, this is my first time visiting a comedy club, so I don't have anything to, in terms of live, in terms of real people doing it, you know? It was really good, and I hope to, you know, baby steps, and then the next step is to, yeah, be able to book a spot, hopefully, and do a spot myself. That's the next phase, but it just, yeah, man, feeling good, very excited. Toronto, we're doing it, baby. Walking, we're doing it, ladies, gents, boys and girls. We're doing it all over the place, wherever you are, even if you're, you know, you're in the US, you're in Mexico, you're in South America, Asia, Europe, Africa, Antarctica, wherever you're doing your thing. Sending everybody out there love, you know, harmony, good vibes, yeah. But I got a lot to think about. It gave me a lot to think about, because it's completely different than what I'm doing here. It's things that I could definitely extrapolate and use, but it was just, again, taking that time to go through because I'm new. I'm starting out from the, like I said, for me the first step was initially when things open up, and they just recently opened up, go check out a setting, go check out the scene. Because that's what it is with everything else that I've done as well. I'm slow like that. Was a little bit, you know, in certain areas I like to just take my time. We're not in a rush, dripping ever so slowly like molasses, baby. Doing it. It's all about viscosity, they say. So, we're that maple syrup, baby. We're that, we're like that golden syrup in the type that Mother Nature dispenses. You feel me? It'll take some time. First, you gotta, and we've been doing it, I think, little by little, planting the seeds. The trees are little by little growing, I think. I hope. I think, yeah, definitely. It's just, yeah, sometimes. And I was chatting with my homie the other day. It's certain things, or sometimes it's so easy to see other things, but like yourself, even, yeah, observing the self from an objective perspective, and like it's, yeah, all of us it's so easy to lose a sense of perception and where things are. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I think overall what I'm feeling is just, I think we're on the right track, fam. I think we are on the right track. I feel good. I hope you're all feeling good wherever you are, whatever you're doing in your lives. I don't know what you're all doing. Maybe you're venturing out. Maybe you just, man, you're like, I want to pursue see, this is the thing. People just, I love it when people pursue their dreams, dude. Ladies, and whatever your dreams are, it's going to be unique to you, and there are other people who share that with you, but there's like, everybody gets this, at a certain, I hope, some people, it takes everybody different times and whatever, but at a certain point you get maybe a feeling of a calling where you're like, oh, that's my thing. Like I was reading the other day an article about a young man, a bunch of different people. This was about a young man who ventured out into nature, into I forget the region, northern parts of Canada. Was it somewhere in the Yukon? Was it somewhere in the Northwest Territory? I forget, dude. Ladies, but if I'm not mistaken, it was an article in The Guardian. This dude decided to go up into Mother Nature, dude. He's like, man, there's all this land and resources, and he wanted to just, go out there in the elements and the territories and be like, man, I want to do life different. I don't want to give it. He wasn't probably the type that was he was probably not the 9 to 5 where, neat little, put me in a little box, and part of me related to that. That's why I wanted to read the article and see what it's about. But it's that taking it back a little bit old school, taking it back to, I don't even know if it's old school, but taking it back to somewhere where it's like, man, you can redefine or redesign the parameters, the notions of how to live life and do things. And this is for me, again, a part of my journey is, again, finding over the past little while what I really wanted to, dedicate my life to, and seeing other people do the same. So this was really cool because, not everything's guaranteed, and not everything's promised. You just gotta, what I'm trying to practice is, I guess, being consistent and wanting to just have, no matter what, we're gonna do certain things. That's the mentality. No matter what, the job will get done. That's what it is. And people decide for themselves. Like this young dude decided, and there are other people, but this particular article was about this one guy. And there's nobody living up there. It's maybe, yeah, it's really, first of all, it's really cold. You're out there and just, you're just out there in nature. Just, it's you in the wild. It's, when it comes to shelter, food, where you're gonna shower, where you're gonna, what are you gonna, when nature calls in nature, what are you gonna do? Everything. Survival, a bear shows up on your doorstep, because your doorstep is you're probably, it's right there. A couple of loose wolves start rolling in. you know, going ow, 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 and you hear that in the background, and oh man, you start a fire, and the fire's going down a little bit. Now you got limited wood, so I don't know. The elements are. But that's the thing. People decide, and they're like, man, I'm gonna do something that's different. I want to do something that's not so different as if like we're again. It's not so different as if we're different yet the same. You know, it's not like something new, but it's something that's maybe not been done in a while. And that is, I like different things. You know, a part of me is always, I've always, you know, big into nature, big into. I enjoy my time, so part of me does like, I'm like, oh, I completely get that, you know. But you know, to each their own. What's your thing? You know, it's somebody out there daring to venture out, you know, having that. I think I've mentioned this before, maybe once, maybe twice, but having that like boldness or like audacity to like do the things that challenge you, and that's whatever that challenge may be for you. And I don't know, I'm always challenged, dude. All that I've been challenged. Staying challenged for life, dude. Feel me? It's the slow jams today. Oh shit. But overall, just feeling appreciative, feeling like, I feel like literally we can, all of us, whatever you're doing, I just believe in us. I feel like we can all like, I believe in humanity. I'm in awe of our capabilities. You know, you see people that do amazing things, and it's just a matter of, and it's, everybody can do it. It's just a matter of, are you willing to, you know, dedicate yourself to something? And everybody's got that within them, and I think we're on the up and up, baby. Overall, Team Humanity, I think we're on the up and up. We're learning from our everyday existence, and it's really neat. It is really neat to just, yeah, sure, we have, it's never gonna be, you know, that's humanity, baby. We're never gonna be like, we're not gonna be processed peanut butter, dude. There's gonna be some chunks. There's gonna be some, you know, it's old school. Maybe we just, you know, out there grinding peanuts. You get a few hair strands in there. Just, things will get hairy is what I'm trying to say. But we'll always manage. And we got each other, and that's what it is. Going to this place, you know, it felt like, okay, all right. Felt like a group of misfits, and in the best possible, like, it blew my expectations is what I'm trying. And I went in there with really no expectation. My thing was just to be like, oh, baby steps, baby steps. Like, we've not even been, you know, it's especially coming out after the pandy and everything. It's literally, we are not even just doing things, even normalcy in itself takes those baby steps. So like, whatever you're doing, I 100% am behind you, in front of you, on your side, hanging from the ceiling, dude. You got lower level basement, you know, little I'll, you know, put me in a, I'll be that for you, metaphorically and, you know, mentally and via the internets. And hey man, we see each other, I'm there for you physically, don't forget it, there in the flesh. And it was nice. It felt like, man, people out there doing it in the flesh, and it felt like, oh, it just, I don't know, man. I felt, like I said, I couldn't even sleep last night. I was just so happy to see everybody out there, and it just, I'm trying to, you know, just be like, man, all right, okay, all right. Things are little by little, and that's the thing, again, perception. Sometimes and I'm saying this to myself, maybe some people can relate to it. When you're in something, it's really hard to maybe sometimes see the steps that you're taking, but I do believe we are taking it. It's just believing in the process, and I really do. It's magical, really, and everybody can do it, whatever it is that you want to do. And that's where I'm at today. Just feeling really at peace, feeling really happy and content, and just wanted to share that with everybody. I hope everybody else is having a great day. Of course, I can't guarantee that, but actually, you know what? Yes, we can. We can guarantee great days for everybody. All you got to do is believe, and I mean that. Your mentality does make a huge difference. So, don't be coming in with excuses and be like, all right, there are legit excuses out there. There are legit, but for the most part, if you're tuning into this channel, if you're on this channel, I'm gonna go out on the limb and say life is gooch, or any other. If you, not just this channel, if you've got access to, considering, because that's the I'm appreciative. I'm happy. I hope you guys are all, for the most. We can't guarantee everybody, man. It is so hard to, but we'll get there. We'll get there. The ship is being built. The spaceships are being built. We will, and there will be no classes on this spaceship. This won't be like, it won't be no like Titanic. Everybody will be on this ship, baby. Everybody's one. Everybody, Everybody's taking that time to go out on the ledge and spit together for, that'll be an event. We'll dedicate an hour, one day in the year. We'll do that. Team building activities. We'll do that one, we're on the ship, all of a sudden it comes, let's do some, trust building activities. Grab a partner, fall into someone's arms, see if they catch you. Everybody please catch whoever's falling, and when it's your time to take the leap, don't worry, because they'll catch you. Guys, ladies, catch each other. Like, that's, don't be on your cell phones, be like, oh, we're on the ship. There's plenty of time, okay? That's what I'm trying to say, if that makes any sense. That's one of my reminders, man. I gotta sometimes, I've not done shroomsies in a while, but spring's around the corner. Spring is here, actually. Spring has been sprung. And summer's here as well, in no time. So I want to do some shroomsies, but that was a little reminder. It's like one time that I had a really good, solid sesh, It was just like, and the message, I guess the core message, the gist of it was as if nature or the elements, everything just like speaking in a sense and reassuring you that just enjoy your time, essentially. Like, it was telling me not to, if I can try to make sense of it so that it does make a little bit of sense. The message was, I guess if I could just slow down, that life's not a race sort of thing at the time, and this was years ago. So it's nice to I like to remind myself of that. And yeah, I think a lot of us in this age of just constant go, we sometimes may get lost in and it's good to give into the process. That's what the process is. You give into it, but it's good to, again, just try to maintain that balance. And that's what that's what I hope to always be able to maintain, because you're here one day, there the next day, and it's easy to forget certain things. I don't want to forget certain things ever, keeping certain things intact, keeping, knowing that we're all one, baby. We're all, feeling mushy, feeling soft today, feeling soft as a pillow, feeling like, man, we're all a bunch of pillows, aren't we? Feel like feelings today. It's a beautiful cloudy day. We're, getting a little bit of that, just the last few sprinkles of snow, or what is it, freezing rain today or something, but it's the last. But that's life, baby. Even though it's spring, you get a little pinch a winner. And isn't it nice to have difference? You know, imagine everything was just the same. Isn't it wonderful that every day is different? Feels a little bit the same, but definitely different. Definitely is. And that's the thing, to appreciate the constants that remain and the changes that come our way. I don't know if that makes any sense. Not about making sense on this show, really. Just mostly about sharing. Sharon and Karen, babe. Sharon and Karen, babe. We're all about the Sharons and Karens. If we can just get Sharon and Karen in the same room, man. Hi, I'm Sharon. No way, I'm Karen. And then they meet. Can all Sharons and Karens meet today? Can we make it a thing? If you're a Karen, find a Sharon, and vice versa, dude. Just introduce yourselves. Our names rhyme. Hi, I'm Sharon. No way. I'm Karen. That's stupid. It's funny. Oh, man. Make it a thing, man. We can make a lot of things, you know? National Cupcake Day. We should make it, if that's not a thing, let's make it a thing. National Cupcake Day, we all just go around handing out cupcakes. You know? Nothing like strangers handing out sweets. Maybe we should probably think about this and put like an age limit on it. Don't be handing out no sweets to, you know. Keep it everything just, yeah. Adults only, dude, ladies. Feel me? The kids can just, you know, go. You had enough sweets, you know? It's time for, fuck, but you want to be inclusive. Alright, fuck it. Everybody gets a cupcake. Because we're just like that. Everybody gets a cupcake. And yeah, it would be definitely, yeah. If everybody's handing out cupcakes, I don't know if it's such a great idea, but the notion of sharing, but that's the thing, we can all hand out cupcakes, can't we, for one day? Half a day, dude, like a good, nice afternoon session, just exchanging cupcakes, and everybody's doing it anyway, like us. And then but if everybody's got cupcakes and everybody's in production and manufacturing and distribution and it's just a matter of, you know, just a conveyor belt of floating. That's what I want to see, dude. One day, one afternoon, just a human chain. Can we, oh man. Okay, I'm gonna put this idea out there. I don't know, here's the thing. I'm not, you know, I will like one day, suggesting one day, where we make the longest human chain, dude. One day we get together, all right? We link up, we hold hands, everybody holds hands, and then we do the wave. Around the world, dude. The most giant wave. How exciting would that be? I like things. Scale it. Dude, oh, come on, ladies. Let's do it one day. Can we not organize it? Let's do, fun things. And then we can do more things. But let's start, again, baby steps. Because it's like, man, we always want to like jump up and be like, can't we just fix everything? Start with a wave, dude. Okay, wax on, wax off. Just get in there, get in the motion, baby. Just that to me sounds like a great idea. I think, you know, if you're all down, I'm down. You know, who's with me, gang? Who's and this is just like you know, we're what kind of people are we? We're everyday people. Are we Gap? Is that from Gap? Is that subconsciously in there from Gap? Man, power commercials, you know? So, but forget the, you know, subliminal messages, but let's form a chain. Let's do the wave, dude. One day, because I think we've got, like, we can do this. We've already got, like, what is it? For an hour or something, you turn off the lights. Earth Day hour. So, everybody just, one day we all just, link up. Is that a thing? Can we make it a thing? How do we cross borders? How do we get it going across borders? Once we can start holding hands across borders, I think a lot of things will start making more sense. Over bodies of water, dude. Some people are going to be, hey man, I didn't say it's going to be easy. If you're into, that's what it is. We'll get the folks who are into free diving and just like, snorkeling and bass fishing, dude. Getting in the bass with the fish. No fishing today, just, but if you can hold your breath, essentially, grandma's got that extra oxygen tank, send her back, it's, use everything is what I'm trying to say. A couple of fellas have got, they got the puffers for the asthma. Put that ma to use, baby. Put the asthma to use. That's what it is. Get in there. And it's cool because, well, how do you puff at the same time while you're holding hands? I think it's don't let the, I'm just trying to say we can hold hands, dude. It's ladies, all of us together one day. No, one sesh, dude. One rep. What's one rep between you and I? You're down there in the water, all of a sudden you're meeting new species, and isn't it wonderful when they start holding hands? You're kind of freaking out on the depths of the ocean. Your part's a little bit different than everybody else who's on the ground, of course. It comes with different responsibilities. That's the thing. Sometimes it's just like, it's no different than stepping into the airplane and sitting down, and then you have the seat next to the door and they're like, well, will you be ready to take responsibility hey man, it's your day, okay? You went out there and you put on the scuba gear, you went and you're like, man, ain't it a great day to be a fish, you said, ever since you were a child, and you've just been like, I gotta get me a dippy dip every day into the ocean. Well, then now it's time to put it to use, miss, What was I trying to say, dudes? Is that we can do the wave. That's what it is. Putting out ideas. We could do it, dude. Do we even need to, like, here's the thing, as long as everybody's touching, we can get Asia and, because Alaska and Russia are practically touching, so we can connect through that away and then link everybody from. We can do it. A few people have got. It's like the smallest minority of people who are going to end up underwater for. It's only an hour. Come on, only an hour of your day, and you'll get to walk away with an experience that is just the most collective, in a sense. Ideas. Next thing you know, you're underwater, you're discovering new, oh, this cave's not too shabby, maybe I'll move in. Why not? Let me know too, because if there are caves under, let's go, dude. Fucking discovered the ocean. And that's what it is. We're like, at this point, we're murdering different birds with minimal stones, which is, classic. You gotta break a couple of eggs to make an omelet situation, but nonetheless, things are looking good. What else, man? What else has been going on? Good things. All good things. All good things. know? Feels nice to sometimes just enjoy the. That's what I've been doing as of late. Every once in a while, I'll go out and just like turn everything off and just, sit for at least a few minutes of not hearing anything. And it feels good. It feels good. Now we're in the session of course hearing things, but that's what I'm trying to remind everybody, myself included, to, again, take it easy. It's a smooth sailing. We're gonna have a few bumps, a little bit of turbulence, a little bit of, you might get a, oh no, we hit a rock, there's water in the ship. No worries. There's plenty. That's the thing. Why didn't they just, if you're on a just have some extra wood or metal? Do you always see like ships that go down? It's like, where's your extra wood or metal? Just get to, have a couple of craftsmen on board, a couple of welders, a couple of fellas just ready with an extra hammer and nail. You're just ready. Hit a rock, just be on top of that thing. Imagine they had that during so many of the shipwrecks, the famous ones, like the one in 1832. Look it up. Or the one in like 1741. Don't waste your time looking it up. I'm just tossing out numbers that sound reasonable. I would assume in 40s, 1820, you'd have a lot of shipwrecks, and it was a thing. What was the first shipwreck like? They're just like, because it's like, again, like the first of experiencing everything, right? First you build a boat, then go out there, then you're doing things, and then, oh, ship's going down, and then it's probably like the most ever so, it's just going down ever so slowly, but that's we thought it'll float forever. Do they know? Like, that's the thing, before you build a ship, and obviously, like, I'm assuming they probably knew. I don't know where I was going with that. It's just good to think of things, prepare, reinforce. Oh yeah. Oh, nice. Gotta stretch. We're gonna be stretching, and we already are stretching, baby. We're gonna stretch the toes. We're gonna stretch the ankles. We're gonna stretch the knees. We're gonna stretch the hips. All the parts that need to be stretched. We're gonna stretch, fingertips, earlobes, eyelids, nostrils, belly buttons stretched. How come you don't see that? That's one body mod that we've not yet seen. I've not seen somebody stretch out their belly buttons, dudes, ladies, ugh. But at the same time, what happens if you stretch it out and go, yo, I don't know if this is good or if it's bad. I'm not condoning anything, I'm not promoting it, but isn't it odd that we've not had anybody stretch out their belly button and just like put styrofoam or like a little, like a glass little, or like, a plastic little cover, and just, how you stretch your earlobe? Can't you do that to the samesies on the belly button, dude? Ladies? And then, you get to see everything. It's like one of those see-through watches where you get to see everything. Wouldn't that be cool? A little bit weird at first, but everything is in the beginning. Oh, then you get to track everything where it's going. If you have any you're having like cramps, you're having digestion issue, you can just like literally look and point out, oh, it's stuck right there. You'll say, there's where the problem's at. I mean, probably a whole array of problems, but not, I didn't say it's perfect. I'm not promoting it. Is there a person that's done that? If you're out there, you'd probably be up for going underwater, dude. Oh, put some cool, stretch it out. Plexiglass, couple of little lights going on, lasers. Change it up. Change it up is what I'm trying to say. Or don't. Please don't. Please don't. But do. But don't. 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 But don't. Seriously, don't. Oh, man. Going to the doctor like that would be hella easy. Oh. Lift up your shirt. Just gonna examine how everything instead of they can just look at it. It's right there, man. And technically, if it's like a sliding door, you don't even need to. Why we the whole skip the whole mouth eating is so 2019, 2020-esque, dude. This is the new age. Straight to the belly, right in there. Open it up, slide it open. Maybe put a little lock on it. Got to do the combo, but it's hard to do it because you're not looking at it. But over time, you'll build muscle memory. You'll know what to do. Open it up, put the food in there, close it back up. How much time you'd save? Minutes. But over a lifetime, probably days. So, priorities. That's what I want to see. More innovation, more holding of hands, more people pushing their bodies. But also there's a fine line. You draw the line as a adult. You draw the line where you want to draw the line. But point is that, ladies and gentlemen, we're all in this soup together. We are all in this soup together. We are all in the pot. We're all in the pot, baby. And it's sometimes somebody, in a little corner, it's a big pot. It's a giant pot. It's not a tiny pot. Big pot. It's bubbling in one corner. Flavors coming in. Flavors evaporating. Somebody stirs the pot. Somebody turns off the heat. Somebody turns the heat off. Oh. Get the bubbles going, you'll say, turn the heat back on. We're stewing in here. And just like stew, just like a solid soup, you want to let it simmer on low. You want to just take that time. Again, be that molasses. Sippy, sippy, slow, baby. Sippy, sippy, slow. That's what it is. Take your time, because it's easy to just, you want to take your time. That's what I'm doing, just taking my time, baby. And trying to learn as much as I can and come back and do it again. And we're growing. I believe it. Sometimes it's easy not to see it. Sometimes it's easy to see it. Sometimes you're like, man, do I need glasses? Sometimes you're like, no, dude, you got great eyesight. Fantastic. But it'd be nice to get a checkup. I've not had a visit to the optometrist. That reminds me, certain things. Everything's fine, but I'm just saying. Feeling good, boys and girls. Thank you for joining me here every week for the past year and a half, and we're going to continue to do this forever. We're never going to stop, baby. We're in the age of almost getting there. Singularity, I believe it, I think. I'm gonna let everybody think about it, because I don't know if it's for, if it's for the better, we'll do it. If it's not, then scrap it. Who cares? But we are becoming more and more connected, and that's beautiful, man. Whether it's via the internets, whether you're out there in the flesh, just be, I'm reminding myself more and more to just always keep certain things. Yeah. And we got this, all of us. I really believe in us. And thank you for everybody who's been a part of my journey, and you've let me be a part of yours. You can find these beautiful, uninterrupted, no filters, raw, no simulation, no CGI, no extras. Sometimes, sure, we might go extra, but that's, for the love of the game, baby. Everything else is available to you on Instagram, on YouTube, on Patreon, whatever you want to check out, talk about it. Instead of worrying about, oh, what can I do to make an impact in this large world? Well, share the videos and go make an impact out there, however little or big. But it starts with you, starts with me, going from the underground to main level, getting in an elevator, pressing a couple of buttons, discovering you're on the wrong floor in the wrong office at the wrong time, demanding a promotion. It's not your office. These people don't know you. You made a fool of yourself, but it's okay. It's time to, roll down your sleeves, roll them back down, put your jacket back on. Clearly you've stepped into the wrong office. It can happen to anyone. And you go down a couple of floors and you do the same thing as you just did 2 floors up, and see how it turns out. Oh, wrong floor again. Wait a minute, I don't even work in this building. How did I get here? It's just about showing up. And next thing you know, man, you're on any level, and they're all, again, we're all connected. So it's great. That's what I'm trying to say. Because if you don't ask, you won't get. But also, have fun. You can find these videos again on the YouTubes, on the Instagrams, on the Patreons, and we're doing it all. We're making together. We're making the world spin. We are causing waves, literal let's get it going. Let's get it one day, dude. Pick a date. Causing waves. What else we doing? We are conquering diseases together, I think. And we'll create new ones too. Because there needs to be a balance, I think. Excuse me. Do you ladies ever are you a fan of interruptions? I know I am. Good interruptions, you know what I mean? When you think everything's, and all of a sudden you see, oh, what is that? Is that a rose coming out from how did it get there? It's like pure concrete, but it got there, and you're that rose in the concrete. Or when everything's going super normal day, it's a summer day, it's a hot summer day, super normal hot summer day, and a ton of mosquitoes, everybody's being bit except you're not being bit. And isn't that nice? It's like what I'm trying to get to is causing that little beautiful, It's like all zeros and ones, and all of a sudden, what is that, a 5? You know, somebody just like snuck a 5 in there. You know, you just slip it in there. Nobody will pay attention, dude, because it's all zeros and ones for the most part. You just slip in the 5, you know? You be the 5. You start morph it. Don't, you know, I don't want you to like get into it, dude. I don't know how you make a 5, but get into it. Can be because it's easy to just be a 1, dude. Or like, you know, you put on a couple of, you know, you get pregnant, you get, you know, or a big fella, and it's easy to become 0. And all numbers are beautiful, but it's difficult to be. I'm not saying be difficult, but what I'm trying to say is I like interruptions. I like things. I like it when the fella's like, you know what? I want to go off into the mountains. I'm gonna go find me a Bigfoot. I'm gonna go find me a woolly mammoth. I'm gonna ride me a woolly mammoth today. You know. Everybody's. It's wonder. I saw a dog gliding with his owner. This dog was, you know, and that's that dog. You know, is it? You know. Just all other dogs, regular, normal lives, and that's fine too. But then you see a dog flying, you're like, isn't that just that's it's so easy to like oversee things, but there are flying dogs with, I get it. There's a contraption, the person's on top, and it's his dog. And he's strapped in between his legs, but there's a gliding dog out there. Not like right now, but it's on the internet, so it was out there at one point. Will we just see one day a dog gliding by himself? We're almost there. We're almost there, dude. How difficult is it to come up with a little contraption that just, you know, you sit there, strap your dog to a, you know, your dog can be the next, drone, dude. Your drone dogs, dog drones, instead of, you know, love tech, dude. Tech's the best. Big tech dogs with drone precision, dude. That's where I want dogs that's what we need, dude. More dogs in the air, put a couple of flying pigs, because if we've got the dog in the air, it's time to get the flying pig idea also off the ground. Many of things are happening, and I just like to see that. More of that, you know? Because then, I'm getting excited just thinking about this. When everything in the future becomes translucent and transparent, everything will be there, but it won't be there. So technically, you could have, visually speaking, this will be glorious. You'll strap your dog to a translucent little device with a harness and a belt and a little translucent propeller, and you'll set him loose, and you're guiding your flying dog now, and he's flying. But the beauty of it is it's translucent, so you don't see any of the mechanics or whatever's happening. You just see the flying dog in the air, man, and that's fucking beautiful. A nice, beautiful, you know, sunsets coming in. You got the nice, you know, little hints of pink, little hints of yellow, orange, purple, a blue, a red, hints of white, dude. A little bit of, you know, it's also getting dark. All the colors, and then flying dog, and then you take a picture of that, or mentally too. If you're just walking by, what is that? Flying dog, no big deal. What year is it? 2052, baby. I want to see it. But can we get there earlier? If we put our minds to it, if we put our efforts. And I'll just join hands, and one solid kumbaya sesh, dude, around the world. That's all it takes. Well, probably more than one, but you know, start with, again, how do you eat an elephant? Surround him or her. Make sure she is or he is all alone. And ambush, attack, surprise. And then start They're beautiful animals. Don't hurt them. But like, if you had to eat an animal that big, what do? You know, you don't go in. You know, you'll rip your face trying to just go, oh, let me just take a bite out of his knee, dude. No, you gotta small portions. Well, actually, if everybody took a bite at the same time, you know, that's what I'm trying to say. Break it down into pieces, whatever you're doing. That's what I'm trying to say. And I love y'all. Thank you all very much for the love and support. We're going to be back here again on Friday, as per usual. Talk about it, spread it. Spread it like you spread butter on old bread that is still good, but it's a little bit dry. Spread that butter on top, put it in the oven for a couple of seconds, sprinkle a little bit of that, you know, just a little bit of garlic, a little bit of cheese. Oh, garlic bread? That's what we do around here, baby. We're garlic bread. We're the garlic bread of entertainment. Always. You know, who's gonna say no to garlic bread? Unless you're a fucking vampire out there. And in which case, we love you too. Because that's what it is, baby. All of us just fucking holding hands. Holding hands. You know? Holding hands, dude. Ladies, that is a wrap for today. Everybody have fun. I'll see you on Friday. Peace out.